Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a something I'm actually enjoying doing right now, which is playing some video games, and actually something I wanted to talk about the other night, but didn't get a chance to. Some new upcoming Star Trek stuff, so lots to look forward to, and I also want to kind of finish the story arc on Star Trek Online. So we'll get to that here just momentarily. I decided I was going to go on just a wee bit early this morning. And hey, what is going on, my friend? How's it going? Dropping Twitter links, Twitch links. Awesome. And YouTube. Cool, man. Thanks for showing up, man. This is awesome. I kind of went on like 20 minutes early. Like I said, I just want to have some fun. I want to play some video games. I've got an energy drink, and we got some Star Trek Online. And when I'm done, we'll talk a little bit about some of the upcoming shows that they have, as far as you know Star Trek going forward, which I have to say I'm really looking forward to. Um, I'm hoping that we can get a more definite release date for Strange New Worlds. Ooh, that is something we'll have to look at. When I am done, when we get to the news portion of the morning. Uh, hey, Andrew, how's it going, dude? Have you had a chance to calm down, my friend? It's all good, man. We're here. We're gonna talk some Star Trek. We're gonna relax, and I'm gonna finish this story arc on Star Trek Online while we hang out. So, anyways, uh, I already got all the my daily stuff done for the most part, and I didn't want to. I was like, oh crap! I just started the mission, so I didn't want to go any further without at least giving something to talk about. So, anyways, how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm all right. Once again, got another good night's sleep. Um, so I can't complain too much. I'm off today, so I got to work the weekend, but I'll be off on the 4th, and I think we're going to do some kind of a fairly big shindig. I think I'm going to get as many people together, and we're gonna have a Star Wars blowout, man, and it's going to be fun. No, it's all good, Andrew. I mean, I understand. I'm personally, I'm just kind of done. I don't want to talk about it um, really anymore. It's, I mean, unless we get something like tangible, I don't think it's much worth anything. But the problem is I have an issue with the optics of it. Like it doesn't look good when you're encouraging people to go out and downvote bomb things. It's you know what I mean. But to each their own. It is what it is. But I just I'm in the camp of I just want to kind of keep my distance from it. So, and I understand that, like, I'm on with people who talk about it all the time. So it might throw a wrench in that. I don't know, but at this point, I don't know. I think it's better for everyone's sanity. Yeah, I want to talk about that. Strange New Worlds is the new Christopher Pike show, which I'm really looking forward to. But I can't seem to find a definite answer of when the show's actually coming out. Like that, it's really starting to chat my ass. I was hoping it would be really soon. Let's see here. Yeah, hey Neon Sci-Fi, what is up, man? Not much. I'm just hanging out. I'm gonna be playing some Star Trek Online here in a minute. Um, so I mean, it is what it is. Try not to get into too much, you know, stuff that I don't really want to talk about right now. So, anyways, hey Jack, what's up, dude? Are you ready for the NFL draft, my friend? I am. I think it's going to be really fun. I need to bone up on it a little bit more. I need to admit, with everything else that's been going on, I haven't had time to catch up on my sports. Um, well, dude, in the algorithm, it can kill things. Like, no, I just I just don't think it looks good because all it does is it gives people who dislike the fandom already more fuel to dislike it. So I mean, it just makes everybody look bad. So I mean, I personally I disavow it, man. I don't want anything to do with that kind of stuff. And if that's what it's going to be going forward, I don't want to be I don't want to be a part of it. So um, no, it is what it is. Like I said, I probably have some hard talks to have in the future, but like I said, I think there's plenty of other stuff to be positive about across fandoms right now. So I mean, we'll go forward from there. Let's see here. Yes, no, I agree, Neon Sci-Fi. I think it's time to for everyone to kind of take a step back and not turn angry over this. You know what I mean? That's I mean, I don't know. I don't want it on my heart, man. I got enough shit going on without having to be mad about everything. Let's see here. Yeah, right. Oh man, poor Anthony. Well, I don't know. Rogers is getting up there in the years. I mean, the good thing to do right now would be to groom a quarterback behind him. So I mean, that's kind of what I'm hoping the Niners do. You know, get a little bit of a project. Let's see here. You know, honestly, that's Andrew. That's something to look forward to, man. There's plenty of Marvel stuff to look forward to. I mean, love it or hate it. I mean, at least they got stuff that everyone can latch on and look forward to. Um, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Black Ops, what's up, dude? Yeah, no, I that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I think there's portions of this group that are going too far, and I just, like I said, I'm not going to get behind it like it's, I'm not going to get behind it like it's something good. I don't think it's very good. Uh, hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Let's see here. Yeah, it'd be kind of interesting to see if he gets traded back. I mean, good for him. I think if the 49ers get a solid quarterback, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get one in the draft, at least that's what most indications are saying. If they get somebody who's dynamite in preseason, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I can see it, especially if it's for, future draft picks and stuff like that. So there's possibilities. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I'm excited for the Loki series. I mean, with Star Wars, we have the Bad Batch coming out. There's 4 new Star Trek shows that are on the horizon, and they're going to be back to back to back. Like, that's why I'm kind of wondering when Strange New Worlds is going to take part in this, because, like, dude, I mean, in August, Lower Decks comes out, and after that is over, Discovery comes out, and then after Discovery in the spring of next year, dude, we got Picard. So it's like, and not only that, but Picard's looking really good this year too. So I mean, like, just as a Star Trek fan, I can't say enough. So like, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be awesome, man. I think it's gonna be awesome. All right, we'll get a little get a gaming in here a little bit. Oh yeah, yeah, and Dune. Like, oh my gosh, man! Like, I, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I mean, I want to see where that goes. I'm like I said, there's just so much out there to like right now to be positive about. So I'm not trying to. I don't want to rain on anybody's parade, but you know, we're gonna have some fun. What's up, Cylon? How you doing, man? Oh, dude, yeah, and at first, okay, so like with the Kenobi series, um, yeah, no, like at first I was kind of like, I'm kind of good, but no, after the book, from a certain point of view, hell yeah, I'm looking forward to. a Kenobi series. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, no, no, we're doing good, man. I got another day off, so I figured I'd come on, talk some good stuff, man. I just been seeing a lot of negativity recently, and I just want to be positive and have some fun talking about the stuff that I love. I like how they got the actors to come back and do the voices for like Martog and Worf. But yeah, when I'm done with the game, we'll talk about like some release dates and some more of what I'm looking forward to. Let's see here. Oh, dude, you know, I would be interested to see Robert Wise's vision of the original motion picture. Like, if you watch the bonus features on that and you want to talk about like studio meddling, oh my goodness. And I don't know if it was so much studio meddling, but also like Gene Roddenberry got so involved in that movie, like it wasn't even funny. It's Gowron.
I am surprised to see you here, Marta.
Robert O'Reilly.
The Federation finally convinced you to do something.
Dude, I love the bonus features, man. That's the best part.
Was it Cisco?
Um, I did see the special edition. I'm pretty sure I did see the director's cut. Um, that was the one that was released in 2002, I think. But yeah, no, dude, the original motion picture got done hella dirty. But like I said, I think a lot of it had to do with like, from what I understand, Gene Roddenberry at the time was really like spiteful towards Paramount. So like he was making things difficult, from what I understand. But no, I think it'd be a good movie to watch on like some form of psychedelic, like the end of it where it's just basically like a big giant kaleidoscope.
So many things, Marta, but a liar is not one of them. I had any doubt of that.
No, I mean, I'm sure it's going to come out on physical. I mean, why not? I don't see why they wouldn't put the cut out on physical. Um, you know, buy it. You know, that's kind of, especially since they're talking about getting rid of some like physical media in general. Man, buy it up as much of it as you can. Yeah. Um, well, the thing about Wrath of Khan, like if you watch a lot of the bonus features on that one, they brought in Harv Bennett to kind of right the ship, and and in doing so, it changed a lot of Star Trek. Like it kind of militarized. Oh shit! It's the Barge of the Dead. This is like a Voyager episode. I actually like that episode. But yeah, so I mean, and at that point, Gene Roddenberry wasn't as involved as he was, say, in like the original motion picture. And to be honest, I like what Harv Bennett and Nick Myers did with that, and then getting let's see. Oh heck yeah, dude! Would you go? Would you go see Jack?
My allies and I seek the soul of another, one who should be in Stoker, but now threat. It is not known
Tar the ferryman. Where's Davy Jones with his like big old octopus face? All right, let's go.
I know no Loretta, but I know that there's no way a warrior can die. It's okay.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Right on. Yeah, no, I agree. The Undiscovered Country. Excuse me. The Undiscovered Country was a good end for the original series movies. It's still one of my favorites. Like I can watch Undiscovered Country over and over and over again. And if you're a fan of David Warner, he does a really good job as Chancellor Gorkon. Colonel Worf with Michael Dorn in that movie.
My vengeance before all others.
I like the soundtrack of that movie. Oh my gosh, it's like really ominous, but like, oh man, there's just so much that I like about that movie. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I don't know. I want to come on and maybe discuss some of the Star Trek movies. You know, I think there's a lot there to talk about. To be honest. Okay, this is Machine Gun
Enough!
Kelly.
You shall earn no salvation from combat here.
Oh, hey Rhea, what's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. No, I'm just hanging out, playing some Star Trek Online, and I'm on the last mission of the new Klingon story arc. Yeah, dude, I think get some fans of some of the original movies on, and we can talk OG Star Trek movies, just the original 6. I think that would be really cool. We'll probably get a lot of time spent on, you know, 2, 4, and 6. Oh, what? Yes, that'd be awesome. Well, because they basically have everything like it. I mean, if they could do, oh man, that'd be cool. Oh, all right, nice. Jaguar Stadium. Yeah, man, that'd be kind of cool.
You fight with purpose, Dakula. It will be some time.
I seek Loretta. She was once called Lord.
I have seen her. You can find her in Bethor. If the Tennessee don't take the first. But fight that is not my tale to tell.
Hey, what's up, Eddie? Good morning, dude.
So there is way out of Breton.
Good morning.
I can end Breton. I can find the liberation that Jola and her allies seek from the land. Speak. Tell me what I was trying
Yeah, every funny story. So every time I go see, every time I go down to San Francisco, which is as often as I can try to, because I love San Francisco, I watch Star Trek 4. I'm not gonna lie, like, well, there's just like so many inside things. I mean, was it Kirk Miner or whatever? Um, one of the production assistants that was the punk guy or whatever, and he's the one that gets, you know, put to sleep on the bus. Well, you know what really chaps my ass is there's no Cetacean Institute in Sausalito. I've asked. No. It's actually the Monterey Bay Aquarium and the Paramount lot. Oh, not only that, but in the height of the Cold War, a Russian asking where the nuclear vessels are. I mean, come on. To a cop, no less.
I do not doubt.
The time has come. We shall see.
And the only Star Trek convention I went to was in San Francisco as well. So I watched it before I went down. Oh, shoot, man. I've always wanted to go on one of those whale cruises. Like you could see the killer whales off the coast with the Fairlane Islands or whatever with the great whites. One day, one of the last times we were there, we walked the entire Embarcadero. That was a trek. Oh my gosh. There's the gate.
Look at these wretches, reporting for damnation like it were duty.
Dude, the sea lions. Oh yeah.
There are the gates. Let us see if entry Grethel as his Cortox said.
Well, that's a really cool place. I try to go to
Going to be like
Giants games, and last time I was down there was for a Giants game. I used to go there all the time when I was a kid. I loved it. Like Pier 39 was my place when I was a kid, man. I remember going to FAO Schwartz. It was like the first time I ever saw a 3-story toy store. I was like, what? It's all good, Eddie. I'm going the opposite, man. I'm gonna go so positive it's gonna drive people nuts.
Listen closely, but you seek Morel.
Oh, dude, that is cool.
Think now.
It's I had the opportunity, but the schooling was like 80 grand. And oh man, no. I wanted to go to the Culinary Institute there in San Francisco. Like it's always been a dream. Like one of my dream cities. If I ever had the money to live there, I'd just, I'd live across the way from the Giant Stadium, have season tickets and never miss a game. But that's just me.
Kotep sent you. Press someone who looks a lot like Morel is. We'll ask no.
I mean, hell, I went all the way down to San Francisco for a sandwich, basically. Oh, I gave up on my dreams years ago, my friend. I suppose that's why I become such a pessimist.
Come. Yes, I know who you are. The great and terrible Bartok, butcher of Zenkat 3, the one I doomed. So enough. You still
It's all right, Eddie. Some of it was kind of funny because I mean it was mostly in jest in the first place. I don't take that kind of seriously unless you're really being bad about it. No, the only thing I could say about most things I've seen lately is just time to disengage for a little bit. I'm good.
I told you on the bar that vengeance would be mine. What I meant was vengeance would be ours. Enemy targets on attention. You're finally run out.
Ouch. Yeah, no, I enjoy YouTube, but it's sometimes you lose sight of like why you got into it in the first place. I mean,
Now I know.
I love everyone, and I love the friends that I've made. I mean, a lot of you guys have become like a family to me, and I never want to lose that. You know what I mean? So I think the best way to go forward, to where we can all be friends, is if certain people give in certain directions, and my choice is to kind of take a step back from certain aspects of fandom, and you know, hopefully things will right itself, you know, and people will, at the end of the day, kind of just calm down a little bit, you know. Now we still have to figure out some kind of a big meetup for everybody, you know, to where we can all meet in person. Oh, dude, I think I went to, no, the place I went to was in the Mission District. Like, oh, thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. No, it's mostly I just kind of I just don't want to, I don't want to lose anything that, you know, we've kind of worked hard to build over the last, you know, year or so. Oh, dude, um, that was the first time I ever had a quote unquote mission style burrito, and I fell in love. No, there's a sandwich place in the Castro that I went to. Um, it was called, or it's called Ike's Place.
Prepare to meet your end.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Where in the heck? Uh-oh. Going the wrong way again. God damn it. But the cool thing is that they actually expanded Ike's Place, and it's not just a Bay Area thing anymore. They actually have two of them in Reno. So I'm like, yes, I don't have to go all the way down to the Bay Area for a sandwich again. Ah, exactly, Ike's. Yeah, no, they have one at the campus at University of Reno,
Jaula, sister of even
And-
after my death.
and then they have one
You have
in South Reno. So it's like, and you can get them DoorDash to my house. So I'm like, amazing. But yeah, in 2012, when we went to the Star Trek convention, was the first time I ever had Ike's Place, because I saw it on that Man versus Food show, and I used to love that show. I always like those like eating challenges where it's like a giant fat ass pizza and you got a half an hour to try to eat it. Like, I'm a big dude, but like I kind of have a small stomach sometimes. Like I don't think I could handle some of them challenges. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I could. But it would be fun to try. But yeah, we went down. It was like right after the Giants won the World Series in 2012. Hey, Benson's, what's up, man? My balls are doing just fine. I don't know. In a manner of speaking, I might have found them. I was just trying to urge caution the other night, and you know, if some people wanted to listen, then you know, then they listen. If not, you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to get mad at anybody, but at the end of the day, I just think people need to kind of disengage with the current behavior. I don't condone people going on and oh yeah, dude, Mel's Diner. I mean, I don't condone going on and encouraging people to dislike videos. That's kind of like the stuff that the communities that we criticized in the first place would do. I mean, that's menace stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, sorry, dude, I can't get behind that. And if that's what it's going to turn into, you know, maybe I'm kind of glad I'm walking away from it, because it's a tough pill to swallow, but maybe it's a pill that needs to be swallowed, because you know, you don't want to prove the people who don't like everything right. Well, the way I look at it is the people who are like total. Oh, Feckler. The people who are against the cut, the movement, and all that kind of stuff that are trying to, do these exposés and stuff. They're just waiting for us to be what they want us to be, which is over the top, quote unquote toxic. And what happens is they highlight stuff like that. You know what I mean? To where it's like, well, you see what they're doing? They're downvoting everything. You know what I mean? So it's like it just opens everybody up for that kind of criticism, and it's just I don't need that, man. I really don't.
The ferryman killed many a god fighting.
And nobody needs that in their life either. And I think it's no way to go about being. But like I said, I still love everyone, and I'm not trying to drive wedges or have people pick sides or anything like that. It's just I think that the current behavior is unacceptable, and it needs to stop.
I can see now why my balls are filled with your slave.
Oh, new job is fantastic, man. It's kind of something that I've always liked to do. I love food, being a big guy, and I'm kind of glad to be back in that a little bit. Oh yeah, exactly, Ray. I mean, there's just so much more to be stoked about. Like I said, just for me with Star Trek, I mean Star Wars. I mean, who's not looking forward to finding out what happens in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens? I know I am. Well, exactly, Aaron. I mean, that's kind of I don't know. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I mean, and if if you are a Snyder fan and you want to come over and hang out and talk something besides Snyder stuff, come on over, man. We'll talk some Star Wars. I mean, there's plenty of other, and that's one thing about being a nerd that's kind of cool. It's like it all overlaps in one way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Like, you got a lot of people who are DC fans that like Star Trek too. So we could still be friends.
You have provided me with graceful as you give. What do you offer in trade for the soul?
Lord Beckler, I wish to offer my.
Wait! Hold your tongue, Jahula.
Uh-oh, what's happening?
Vecna! It's the soul of that cancer that you want. Take mine instead.
Okay, Rhea, Ewan McGregor was the best part of the prequels, in my humble opinion.
Are you mad, Gowron?
So, like, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that.
Meant to be alone in the void.
Lord Beckler,
Man,
this should not be
Pokemon.
Galvan's fate.
There you
I
go.
will deliver the soul that
Some
protects
Pokemon.
his treacherous ancestor, Ka.
Our circle, where those bills, souls under the car. You have sweet.
Very well. I shall deliver the souls of Akar and Jempak.
Oh shit, son.
That is all right. I accept your generous offer. Deliver those souls to me, and Gowron shall be free as well. And now, I give
Excuse me.
you go.
Got all this loot. I hate these damn lock boxes. costs so much to like actually unlock the stupid things. And then you don't get anything. Exactly, Eddie. Yeah, no, that's where I'm at, dude. That's why May 4th, man. Come on down. We're gonna talk some Star Wars, my friend. And it's gonna be all good. I mean, I personally I was a Star Wars fan before I was a Star Trek fan, to be honest. And it'll be kind of like a year anniversary for me, as far as like live streams go. I did my first one last year on the 4th. It was fun. I had a good time. And then the next day it kind of fell apart. So it's like, no, I'm used to things falling apart. I just kind of let it happen. I'm waiting for more of the books to come out for the High Republic before I dive in. Because I think that was part of my problem with some of the books that came out. Like I would literally get them when they dropped and, have them listen to them by the time they were done. And there's some gems in there. Like if you like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, like Master and Apprentice is a really good audiobook. There are some gems. And that was like the one thing that I kind of liked about Collider Jedi Council when it was a thing. Like they would actually sit there and talk the books and stuff like that. You left the podcast, dude? Oh man.
Be ready.
Well, Eddie, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come hang out with me, man.
Let them come.
We'll
If they want to die again,
I'll make you a Star Trek convert.
be mindful of their numbers and their treachery.
Oh, dude. Heck yeah. I need to get some more of the Funkos, but I also need to get like a shelf because it's like no point in having Funkos if they're just like strewn about the place. You got to have like a cool shelf to put them on. I know, dude. I can't wait to see Captain America 4, man. Like, that's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, Captain. Well, let's call it what it is: Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Okay. Yeah, I unsubscribed to Collider a while back. I actually like went through, cleaned up my subscribe, the channels I subscribe to, just because not necessarily like out of spite or anything like that. It's just mostly like channels I haven't watched in forever. Captain Woke. I don't know, man. If you kind of want to look at like, the Flag Smashers as being like an Antifa type movement or something like that. Like, I don't know. Captain America smash wokeness, man. But then again, dude, like this is the one thing that gets me about it. Okay, so here's the deal with like my opinion on wokeness and stuff like that. right. But no, here's my opinion on it. Okay, if you're gonna see it, you're gonna see it. I mean, you're gonna look for it. You know what I mean? If you notice it and don't let it bother you, kind of like that's where I'm at. Like, it is what it is, dude. I mean, if it's over the top maybe it might elicit an eye roll, but it's not a big deal to me. You know what I mean? That's like the thing about The Last Jedi that I didn't really quite understand. I mean, yeah, there was like the animal activist moment, you know what I mean? But like, Eddie, the geek, the Geeks and Gamers show. Gosh, man. And that's another thing. Everybody needs to quit calling people freaking shills, man. Gosh, could you quit overusing words? Like, I mean, if you want to know what really grinds my gears on that one, it's like just because somebody likes something does not mean they're a fucking shill for it. Like, good lord. No one is getting a freaking paycheck from these people to say positive things about it. They're just positive about it. I didn't even know. I didn't pay attention, Eddie. I don't know. There you go. It's okay to be passionate, but just know where the line is. That's all I got to say. Be mindful. Well, an Amico cult member.
Quickly, open the front
See,
gate.
I must have became like an Amico cultist by accident or something. I don't honestly. My thing is I just I don't see a reason to hate on it. Like, here's my deal. Okay, it's a system clearly, blatantly designed. They've told you a million times it's for kids. Okay, the only people I see hating on it are, let's face it, old timer video game dudes who hate on fucking everything. So it's like, okay, this is stupid. So it's like you're hating on a system that's not made for you. You've been told multiple times and can kind of figure out that that's kind of the way they're going with it. Who cares? Like, waste all your time talking about how someone's a freaking liar. You know what I mean? Like, good fucking God, man. I listen to some of the arguments and I'm just like, dude, it's like, I don't care, to be honest. So it's like, I'm just sitting back going like, people actually give a crap about this stuff? Like, dude, I listened to Tommy Tellerico talk about it. I was on stream with him. Like, that's cool as shit to me. Like, right on, man. Good. Do you? Like, why be negative about something like that? Like, whether you like it or don't like it, man, like, who gives a shit? I mean, that's kind of how I am about it. Like, I don't hate on the guy for doing something. At least he's doing something, while everyone else is around there sitting around throwing shade at it. Like, fuck you. What are you doing? What are you doing to make the world better? Complaining about stuff isn't, doing the world any better. Here I am complaining about the people who complain about it. So I'll shut up. And honestly, yeah, I would do the same. See, the problem with the Snyderverse drama is it's gotten to the point where I think it's just getting personal. You know what I mean? Like, people are taking everything that Warner Brothers does as a serious affront, and like, all they did is put out a trailer. It's like, okay, that's their prerogative, man. I don't think I don't see spite out of that, but you know, it is what it is. The game I am playing is Star Trek Online. It's available free to play on major consoles and on PC as well. This is my PC version of it. I do have a character in at least all the other platforms. My Xbox is no good right now because I don't have the $15 a month to re-up my subscription to the Game Pass. No. Well, I mean, what's there to talk about? They hardly talk about games on Geeks and Gamers anymore. So I don't think it makes any sense.
There's the box. Hurry!
It's not a bad game, I'm telling you. If you like Star Trek and you want a little bit of a continuation on the Next Generation timeline, it's a fun game. I dig it.
We are leaving in a hurry.
I've played it since I started playing it in 2010. It was the first time I started on this game. Oh, god dang it! That's what I get for not paying attention. But yeah, Lewis, play it, buddy. And good morning, or whatever time. I don't know what time it is for you there, but yeah. See, I mean, oh, dude, the Bad Batch. One of the things, like I said the other day when I was streaming, I'm looking forward to with Star Wars is the continuation of the Rebel story arc. Like, I want to find out what happened to Ezra. Like, you know, what the hell? What happened to Ezra? No, I like the Amico, man. I think people are stepping out of their lane to crap on it. That's my issue with it. Like, people need to chill out with that. Oh, no, it's fine. Honestly, I don't normally get to give my opinion on that one because I let other people talk on it. So those are just my thoughts on the Amico. Oh, well, good evening, sir. But yeah, no, dude, give it a play. I think it's cross-platform, maybe, but I'm not sure. Um, I'd like to like. It's one of those things. These are the kind of games where like you start up a fleet or something. You know what I mean? Have some friends. Well, he kept changing the name of the group chat. Like, what the hell is that all about? All the gatekeeping going on in that group. I'm telling you. I'm talking about the. Oh no, that's the thing. Okay, like Eddie's my favorite heel wrestler. Okay, he cuts these promos like he's all angry and stuff, but we all know he's just a softie. See, there you go, Andrew. There you go, my friend. You've got plenty of things to look forward to. Yeah, my computer's not necessarily the strongest,
Did you make it to the barn?
and there was a lot going on the screen, to be honest. Yeah, it is pretty laggy. Oh well. As soon as I finish this level off, I'll probably I'll put a StreamYard link if anybody wants to join me, and I got some some Star Trek news to talk about, and you guys can bring up any other topic y'all want to talk about. I'm down. It is cool. No, I've said things about Tobey Maguire just because I'm not the world's biggest fan of Spider-Man 3, but no, dude, I'm hoping that you get what you want, man. I hope that they do kind of a multiverse Spider-Man thing. That'd be really cool. Exactly, Rhea. That's what I'm trying to do, man. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have a nice place where we can come hang out and just, you know, forget about your troubles for a while. Pour yourself a drink, be it coffee, energy drink.
Morel's presence fits and now. The Empire, the state.
We will relax. We will have a good time.
So be it. I will need to go with one of
I can be of assistance there, Lady Jamuna. The monks of Ori are not entirely without resources after all.
Yes, I do have the first computer. That's why it's so laggy. No, and that's that's basically what it is, dude. Like, there's plenty of stuff to be happy about.
First priority.
No reason to be sad.
Need to punch through the ships guarding the portals before reinforcements arrive.
Take them out as soon as you can.
Well, heck yeah, dude. I mean, even if like you are excited about that, what is that? Any of that? Oh, what the hell? Oh well, whatever. Fight on, fight on. Uh-oh. This isn't gonna last long. Oh man. It didn't last long there, guys. Ooh. Ooh. Saucer separation. All right. The star drive section's badass, okay? No, dead. Boo. I have to like rage quit my own game. That's what I'm saying, Eddie. I like this one. I have the other one too, the Dreadnought version. Yeah, I can get behind the Jax Sonya Blade relationship. They seem like they have a history. Yeah. See. No, it's good. It's good sarcasm, Eddie. It's all right. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to like rage quit this one. What the hell? The stream was going so well. Oh Jesus! One hit, and I'm down to 25% whole integrity. What the hell? Oof, oof. Ah, that was quick. Yeah. No, I might have said negative things about Mortal Kombat, but I mean, if you like it, cool. Man, this is terrible. I'm getting worked over here, guys. Like, not even making a dent. This is terrible. It's terrible. Uh, it's got to be a no fudge. Oh well. Oh man, that's a tough one. I was always a scorpion guy myself. Um, Come on, take one of them out. Hey, all right. Yes, I agree, Jack. The actress that plays Sonya is kind of cute. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I'm just trying to counter my narrative, Eddie, that I'm the most negative man on the internet. Where, as you can see here, aside from me getting kind of frustrated on this, oh, dude, that's Veronica Vaughn, dude, from Billy Madison. Okay. Bridget Wilson, I think is her name. I could see. Yeah. I don't know if they go for a big name like Chris Pratt, though, man. That's holy Jesus. Oh, come on. My newly finished board cutting beam ain't doing jack. Squat. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought the Miz was actually a fairly decent idea. I mean, he's not like a huge movie star, so you wouldn't have to spend an arm and a leg to get him. I mean, you know, keep the movie budget down. I mean, what the hell? Why not? It seems like the role tailor made for him. And to be honest, I mean, if you watch some of those Marine movies, especially the ones that the Miz was in, he wasn't the worst part about it. Hey man, I don't know why everybody's throwing so much shade at Jarbo, dude. I mean, he's been the voice of reason here, and you know, for the most part, I agree with him. Like, a lot of people's responses to this haven't necessarily been the best. I mean, I know people are angry, and you know, to a certain extent, they have a right to be so. But you know, don't let that anger blind you to what your actions are. You know, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. No hate. Like I said, these are people that I respect, and you know, developed relationships over the last year with. So it's like I just don't want to see people get hurt. No, dude, everybody appreciates your opinion, man. Eddie. I mean, no. Like I said, you're a good dude. If I had a problem with you, man, we wouldn't be talking right now. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't engage. Like, that's usually how I am. Like, I won't continue to throw rocks. I'll just kind of walk away, you know? Well, I mean, it's cool to be optimistic, but sometimes, like, you know, blind optimism could be a bad thing. Oh, dude, like, trust me on the hard to get a word in thing. Like, now it's really hard to get a word in when people, you know, when you're on a stream with a lot of people, and then a lot of people who are, I understand, like, certain times, like when I'm on stream, I don't necessarily have an opinion on the matter, so I'll back off on it, or I'll yield to the floor, and it's not fun to try to talk over people all the time. So it's like I try my best to not do that for the most part, um, you know. But at the same token, is like, you do have to say something. I mean, what the hell are you on here for? No, like I said, I mean, everybody here I've met through, the Snyder community, and for that I am eternally grateful. Like, it means the world to me. Yeah, see, yeah, yeah, Eddie, I love you, man. I'm gonna put a link out here in just a bit because I'm tired of losing. You know what? I'm gonna rage quit this crap. Watch. Yeah, that's right. Rage quit. Control V enter. So yeah, if you want to come hang out with me, there you go. We got a link. But in the meantime, I have some other tabs open. Gotta make sure the other ones are closed. I'm just kidding. So the first order of business we have. Let's see here, Chrome tab. See, this is you're actually getting to see the inner workings of me trying to run a YouTube show. Anywho, this right here is the best I can figure when it comes to a release date for Star Trek Lower Decks. Yeah, 2021. No date, just 2021. I had to make sure that they were closed, dude. Relax, man. This isn't that kind of show. But yeah, no. Isn't this just very vague? But on the plus side, let's see here. We go with Lower Decks, and we get August 12th. So guess what? August 12th, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be watching some Star Trek Lower Decks. I can't wait. It's going to be super fun. And yeah. So we got that to look forward to. And if anyone saw the trailer for Lower Decks Season 2, like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Huh. But oh yeah, anyways, there's a lot of sci-fi stuff that's supposed to be coming out really good with that, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the Titan and Captain Riker. It's going to be awesome. So season 2 of Lower Decks, yeah, no, come and get it. Let's see here. Look at people singing my praises. I am going to change how I feel. I'll make a video about it later. I don't know. It's about people hearing me out than them liking me. Oh yeah, that's cool, man. No, sometimes I struggle with the same thing, dude. Like, all right, let's see here. It was a good talk between Matt and Enosh this morning for me, but it didn't go round and round a bit. Yeah, no. I listened to it before I went to bed. I was, oh, dude, yeah, you got to check it out. I would show it on here, but yeah, they're kind of weird about that stuff. Let's see here. But yeah, no, it's all good. I just kind of wish people would just simmer down, like everyone. I mean, just everyone needs to calm down, man. Everyone needs to calm down. Let's see here. On the rest of season 1. Yeah, see, it's just so much good stuff to look forward to. Let's see some of the chat. Yes, that's right. I'm a rage quitter. Oh, exactly. No, and not only that, but like sometimes being on panels isn't necessarily the funnest thing. Hey, dude, it is all good. We don't have to talk about Star Trek. We could talk about other things too. All right, let's see here. But yeah, like I said, if you want to come on in, We'll have a little chit chat. Let's see here. But yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, no, and that's the thing about it is like you'll get people who will talk over, and I am guilty of it too. Like I've talked over people quite often. I've talked over people in this chat, this very chat before. So like I said, it's just I personally I tried to do it as little as possible. Of Question mark? Like, I understand, and it's like it's so hard to get your point across when people are really passionate about the subject matter, you know. And the other night, the only point I was really trying to get across is that, you know, when's it going to be enough? Like when is it going to be a point where we just kind of chill and, you know, either go our own ways or, you know, just be grateful for what's going to be coming out. All right. All right. And we have our first guest. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Rhea, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Excellent. I'm just trying to kind of relax and, you know, keep somewhat of a distance from, you know, some of the stuff that's going on right now. So, you know, it feels like it's getting too hot in the kitchen, as it were.
Yeah, I kind of feel that too. And it's like, I feel bad because there are like so many content creators that I follow and try to keep up with, you know, whether I agree with their takes or not. I just feel like I want to stay in the loop about certain topics, but certain topics keep coming up that I would rather move on from. And it kind of gets exhausting, like mentally and emotionally, where, you know, I start to feel like, oh, this person is, and I know how this person's going to, you know, talk about this topic today. So I'd rather not watch their content. And I feel bad because I want to support all their content. So it's a catch-22 kind of for me anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's like, I feel it's like, for me, it's kind of a personal thing. Cause it's like, I'm on a level where like, I know these people, I talk to them all the time. It's like, you know, and I've to this point, I've been pretty much involved with the cut movement, as it were. But like, you know, the things I'm seeing and the fact that there's people that, you know, I respect that aren't, you know, calling it out the same way they would if it was against them, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm just kind of like, the thing about it is when you have people that are, we'll just call them the haters, that watch the streams constantly waiting for you to slip up, don't slip up. You know what I mean? And, you know, dislike campaigns and all that kind of stuff, that's slipping up.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good when, you know, the folks that I'm saying that I do want to support all of their content of like continue to kind of talk about these transgressive acts of, you know, trying to get the movement to move forward in their favor. It seems like it's again, it's adding to that, you know, sense of exhaustion that I personally have. And it's more it hurts more for me because like I want to say, you know, you're better than this, you know, I know that you have other things that you'd like to talk about. I just wish that, you know, that there was, you know, a way to kind of move the discussion forward in a more positive way, but it just feels like for example, in my experience, like when I want to say, hey, I'm actually looking forward to, you know, the Batman movie, and I'm looking forward to Zatanna, and I'm looking forward to Aquaman 2 and yada, yada, yada. It just feels like there is this sense of dissatisfaction still with, you know, the current state of the lack of transparency around the Snyderverse, that, you know, it kind of is a moot point for me to, you know, even bring up my excitement for those new movies coming out, and it's hard for me to find engagement that is positive for those things.
Oh yeah, that, and it's like the more the thing I'm starting to feel like the numbers are irrelevant when our behavior is out of check. You know what I mean? Like they could have good numbers, and you know, the thing is even if they put numbers out, people aren't going to believe them. So it's just kind of like you said, it's kind of a moot point at this juncture. Like I don't think, you know, it really matters how good or bad it did. It's just it matters how we act going forward. You know what I mean? do we give them the satisfaction of imploding on live air? You know what I mean? So I don't want to do that. So anyways, looks like we've got ourselves another guest. He is the
Yep.
resident troll in the building. Welcome.
Oh
Eddie.
no.
What is happening, my friend?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, dude. Just hanging out, man. Shooting the breeze, as it were.
Hmm.
So how are you doing, man?
Anything interesting that can?
Nah, I'm just chilling. I'm not really doing that much stuff. It just, it's a slow day. I might as well just come here to talk about whatever.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, yeah, no, I'm basically trying to, look at most of the positive stuff that we have to look forward to as far as, fans of nerd properties and whatnot and what have you. I mean, just between Star Trek, Star Wars, a lot of the Marvel stuff that's coming out. I mean, it's a smorgasbord of just great, content to sample from. So anything you're looking forward to particular, sir?
I can't really specify. Like, I know there's a lot of stuff coming out in terms of Star Wars or DC. I guess currently, since the Bad Batch is almost coming up, I guess that's the main one right so far that I have to look forward to.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be pretty good. I mean, at first I was like, I didn't necessarily like the Bad Batch episodes in the last season of Clone Wars, but no, I'm interested to see where they're going to go with it. If they can expand on the lore a little bit, that'd be kind of cool, like early Empire Day stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know y'all were talking about having May 4th, May the 4th be with you stream, and I think talking about that show would be like a really fun idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still trying to figure out a time to actually like set it down, but yeah, I want to have as many people on to talk about it as possible. Like, I think Star Wars is, either way, like I like the turn they're taking. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm really positive about, especially with regards to like filling in the gaps between, episode 6 and 7. Like, that's something I've wanted since they took over, to be honest.
Yeah, I can understand. There's lots of stuff they can still put in that we haven't seen yet, and they could expand more on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, like, I wonder if they do like Fallen Order 2, but actually set it in that time period, between episode 6 and 7. I think that would be kind of cool. Like, because I like that with Cal Kestis and stuff, and I'd like to see him survive the Empire.
Yeah, I think that could be interesting. I love that game too, and I can't wait for the sequel and everything else that they're doing too with the open world Star Wars game, everything else. Yeah, it'll be, they're making their own universe, their own game universes. I think it's gonna be something cool to see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially like, who doesn't love a good Star Wars game? I mean, Force Unleashed. I mean, that game was freaking amazing. Let's see here. Man, that's Sailor. Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lewis.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, there's so much stuff about movie talk that I kind of miss, that got lost in the shuffle of the emotion of the current day. Like, oh yeah, dude. See, that's like with Mortal Kombat, they got me thinking, like, what video game, property would I like to see translated onto the big screen? Like, I mean, I know they're doing Uncharted, so that like ticks one of the boxes, because I've always wanted to see like a Uncharted type movie. Oh yeah, dude. Fallen Order 2. Can't wait, man.
Mm-hmm.
I heard
Even
mumblings
better.
of a Mass Effect movie, right? Like with Henry Cavill.
That's what I kind of heard too, like some rumblings about that. That would be interesting. I always liked the Mass Effect. I always thought like those games were like movies, to a point. Like that's what that was so great about them. But just like, man, honestly, like a Fable movie or something like that, set in that kind of time.
Oh, I actually see that as a possibility because, like, I remember, I think it was on Matt's stream last night. They were talking about all these fantasy series that are coming out, like, the new Game of Thrones one, and then obviously like the Lord of the Rings Second Age one, and Willow. So all these different streaming platforms have their own little high fantasy series coming out, and so it would make sense to have whatever streaming platform Microsoft would partner with to adapt Fable.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome because I always like the Fable games. Those are fun games, like that, or like a an Elder Scrolls type movie or something like that.
Ooh, yeah, spicy.
Like Skyrim the movie.
Oh, like I haven't seen the Warcraft movie, but I feel like that would probably be better as a series, to be totally honest.
Yeah, honestly, like a cool like mini series. Oh, that would be really cool just to see like Warcraft come out like that. I have to rewatch the movie again. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I couldn't tell you if I was up or down on it. Oh, there you go, Tekken. Yeah, Tekken, Soul Calibur. That's a good fighting series. I think would make a good movie. A proper like no, see, Halo's come and gone. I'd be like a proper Halo. Never mind. Like even when they tried to make the movie, I don't think I was that excited about it. But, yeah. But either way, like I said, all right. But, sorry,
Eddie, what happened? You were so lively in the live chat.
Huh?
What happened? You were so lively in the live chat.
It's whatever. It's more easier to just put a message up than actually talk when you had some stuff to say, I guess.
No, I hear you, bud.
I feel that.
It's all good, man. No, and honestly, like I guess it's like sometimes it's like maybe it's the best thing to do is kind of keep it bottled in. Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like,
but I know I heard you guys talking about being excited for other DC movies, and that made me think because I'm not gonna lie. Every time we were always together on that panel talking about Snyderverse or anything else. I like sometimes I feel like the same way. I'm like, what about these other movies? I get it. The Snyderverse is the Snyderverse. I'm just saying, like the way I'm not trying to throw shade, but I feel like like some people just want to focus on that and focus on the other movies that couldn't, like Flash or whatever else that they like assume is the movies to be bad just because it's not Snyderverse or something else. And, like you see RJ all the time. Every time he says, "Oh, I'm excited for the Suicide Squad" or anything else, they just shut him down. It's like come on, what's going on?
yeah, no, it's something that's kind of bothered me too, to a point. Like, I don't. It's like a purity test. It's like, well, are you totally down for the Snyder? Because if you are, you can't enjoy the Flash. I'm just like, okay, well, well, I mean, trust me. I mean, my enthusiasm for the Flash, just because I know about what happened in the background, not so high. But other than that, no. When you are like point out the negatives of something as opposed to pointing out the positives, and which I'm seeing a lot more and more lately. It's like, nah, dude, like don't crap on it for the sake of crapping on it. It's like what they did to Solo, you know what I mean, with the Phantom Menace. So it's like, just let people enjoy it. Don't be the one to sit there and crap on their good time. So That's why I stopped talking mess on it, dude. Like my thoughts are my thoughts on that. I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna hate on people for liking it.
Yeah, I agree, but you hear like I'm not trying to be a downer or anything, but you hear it all the time with boycott for the Flash movie or this and that. But I keep saying you don't know if that's gonna happen though. It's just assumptions. You don't know if they're gonna retcon it or not. What if they just go a totally different direction or something like that? I don't know why people just get on the Flash so heavy just because Walter Hamada is more involved in it than anything else. It's just like,
well, the thing is I think what it is, they really need a. I don't want to say there's always got to be a subject for your ire. You know what I mean? Like somebody that, okay, it's his fault why everything sucks now. You know what I mean? It's like, kind of like Kathleen Kennedy with Star Wars. You know what I mean? So it's like Walter Hamada has assumed that position for DC, for sorts. You know what I mean? And the worst part of it is he hasn't gotten a chance to show what he can do. You know what I mean? It's because people are still hung up on the prior regime. So I don't know. It's just, it doesn't make any sense to me to be negative about that if you're a DC fan. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to throw shade on it and then be like, well, I'm a DC fan, but yeah, this movie's going to suck.
yeah, they say it to that, the Batman and whatever else they have. And it's just like, look, I'm sorry, but as much as there's lots of people who support the Snyderverse, there's just as much, if not more, the people who don't, and that's okay if you don't. Yeah, that's okay if you like the other movies. I want to like the other movies too. I'm not gonna be biased just because I like the Snyderverse. I'm gonna make up my own mind if I like them or not. But people don't think like that anymore.
Oh no!
But the thing is that like in my experience, what I'm encountering is that my fandom of the Snyderverse is being questioned when I show anticipation for new movies that are not part of the Snyderverse on paper. Like they might be using characters that were created within the Snyderverse, but are going to be, an Elseworld, version of that character. And then I have to, write paragraphs in the chat legitimizing my opinion, even though I shouldn't have to. But, in this day and age, folks like need you to legitimize, your perspective all the time. And, I get that. Like, I have no problem, explaining how I feel. It's just that it's an ongoing, circle of or perpetual, discussion of, of folks, hearing what you have to say after, questioning you, but that's still not good enough. You're still going to be questioned as far as like your legitimacy in your fandom because you're not, black and white in how you feel. And I think that that's what's really frustrating for me, and that what's kind of discouraging me from wanting to discuss it more, because I feel like I'm answering the same question over and over, just like we're talking about the same topics over and over.
It's a purity test, and that's the scary part about it, because that's what cults do. I'm not trying to throw that around, lightly or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, that's not good behavior. And I agree. Like, you shouldn't have to prove your loyalty every time you open your mouth about something.
I feel that too, because it's not that they don't want to hear them. I'm not scared to express my opinions. It's just that when you're surrounded by people who think the same, they just don't care about it. That's the thing. They just don't care what you have to say, as long as it goes in a different direction than what they want.
Yeah, and like for me, like Brian, like for example, like I always see you trying to be like, very like, nonpartisan, and but still like, erring on the side of caution when it comes to being optimistic about the future of the Snyderverse. And you get a lot of backlash from the live chat, and like it's totally unfair. I know I've mentioned this before, and it just sucks that you have to keep, legitimizing, how you feel when it's something that you constantly have to do, even though it's the same people asking you over and over. So that's what's really frustrating for me to watch as well. Like for me, it's like it's annoying, but it's extra frustrating when it's happening to people that, that I do respect their opinions of, and I know that their place in the fandom is not, in question just because they have a difference in opinion.
Hmm. Yeah, no, exactly. And that's kind of like, for me, that's why I left The Menace. Like, it was, they were like, well, how much do you hate The Last Jedi? I'm like, I don't hate it at all. Well, out with you, you Star Wars shill. It's like, okay, well, all right. Catch more flies with honey.
That's what's happening right now. We're eating at each other. The thing what happened with Enoch is because of something, and I don't agree with that either about what Zack Snyder did to Robin, to Dick Grayson. I said it from the beginning from my channel. Yeah, there's some people in the fandom that don't like Man of Steel or Batman versus Superman. And I thought this was the type of fandom that can accept opinions and different, all that. But no, now we're all just eating each other because of stuff like that. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do wish that there was like, more space for positivity, as much as like, I hear that there is, that there's no fault in other folks, having difference of opinion, but saying it and then actually like giving space for it are two totally different things. And in my experience anyway, I don't feel like I've been given the space that people are claiming is there, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, Ed, I was. That's why I think like I can provide a little perspective on this situation, because like I've been here before, like with Star Wars, like another property that a lot of us love. You know what I mean? And I got caught up in it. Like, I'm not going to apologize for it. I mean, well, I can. It was horrible. Like, I was a Doomcock supporter. Like, and I'm hearing people today saying, or saying like borderline stay angry stuff. I'm just like, no, I can't abide.
Your face.
Well, that's like, go ahead, man.
Oh, that's just how it is. Star Wars, I'm sorry, but it's at a good direction right now, especially with all the shows that are getting planned. But these people just with that narrative, they're never gonna quit with that. No matter what, they want to be negative. They want to keep people negative. In my opinion, it is mind control. I know people are saying no, it's not. But they cloud so many people's judgment when it comes to Star Wars or whatever. It's just like these you see all the time. Even when I'm not gonna name anybody, even when these type of people do have positive videos or streams, they still always have focus on the bad, no matter how good it gets. They don't want people to forget what was instead of moving forward to what can be. It's just what oh my gosh. It's crazy.
I know, it feels like I'm sort of like just waiting on more information and clips and things like that to be announced and showcased, so I can say, look, this is actually good content we're getting, guys. Like, it's right now we just have like the announced content and not so much things to talk about it just yet. So we're kind of just biding our time and finding other things to talk about, which is cool. But yeah, like I said, even the stuff that I am excited about, like the Batman and other like DC properties, I have nothing to really grasp to like show people and hold up and say, hey, this is something to be excited about. So I think that's the challenge I have as well, is that like I want to pivot the conversation to more positive stuff, but like not enough has been revealed for me to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard at this juncture to like steer it in a little more positive direction. Well, that's kind of why, like, I don't know. I don't necessarily want to stop talking about DC, but like maybe to a point you kind of have to. You know what I mean? Just to change it up a bit. Especially since like director trajectories of other properties are going up.
Yeah, it makes sense, and I say it all the time. If it doesn't happen, the Snyderverse I'm cool with that. I'm still gonna love DC no matter what. And I know lots of people are gonna have to pivot if it does happen, because how their channels are structured. That's why I always talk about everything. I talk about everything. That's why I don't have to worry about if the Snyderverse doesn't happen or not, because I already established what with that. I can talk about anything and have some supporters with it anyway. But I feel like the backlash is gonna get so insane once that, if it's official or not. That it's just, oh my god, I don't want to be part of that if it happens.
We're already seeing like flakes of it. Like, okay, so they mistweeted something and they dropped a trailer. Like, how dare they? Like, You know what I mean?
I get it.
And it's like I totally see where Matt's coming from when he says like, just take a step back and look at how bad that looks. Like,
No, I get it. They're shitting on us a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but I keep saying whether they're just doing that on purpose, just so we could keep raising awareness to the Snyderverse in general. They just want us to keep talking about it until they eventually do say it's confirmed or something like that. I don't know. There's a bunch of theories around it, both good and bad. What's happening?
DC Anon.
I don't.
I'm just picking up a lot of trust the plan in this. Okay.
I'm not ignorant. I think about it at both sides. I just focus on the positive side, but I'm definitely not foolish when it comes to being rational about it. It's hard because you really don't want to focus on the negative, but it's obviously it's there. It's just that I don't know. It's a crazy subject all around. Just trying to think about what's really going to happen or not in the future. And with DC fandom, I think it's now or never. I said it. If it doesn't happen, like DC fandom or whatever, and I'm done with it. Snyderverse is over. I'll admit it, and that's you'll see me the next day wearing Marvel logo shirts and a hat and everything. If that happens,
going full hardcore Marvel. Let's see here. Lewis had a question for you, Raya. Did you like Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I was planning on binging it now that I think I mentioned to y'all I'm on medical leave from work right now, so I'm away from home, so I have time to catch up on it because I haven't watched it all season.
Nice. Oh, you're in for a treat. I mean, it gets really good. Like, I love it.
Yeah, even though I know we're getting Captain America 4 and all that, I still want to have the context of the series.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, I totally like it. It was one of the better shows that came out. I actually liked it more than I liked WandaVision, which I didn't think was going to be possible because I like that more mystical side of Marvel. You know what I mean? I find that to be really fascinating. Let's see here.
Speaking of what, sorry. If you wanted to read the comment, I'll say what I had to say after.
Oh yeah, I'll just say it real quick. Let's see here. I feel if DC amazes, yeah, no, it'll soften it up. They're not going to talk about Snyder at Fandom, man. Like they hardly talked about it this last Fandom. They spent more time introducing everything else than they did about it. But I mean, there's a way of looking at it. You can look at it like, Shazam's part of the Snyderverse, tangentially. So it's not all's not lost, I guess. But what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to mention, we talked about Shang-Chi a little bit on RJ's stream a couple weeks ago, but then it kind of died down. So I was wondering, what are y'all's thoughts now that, the hype has kind of died down?
Yeah. No, this is exactly how I feel about it. I don't think Warner Brothers was trying to poke at anybody by putting the trailer out, dude. It's their prerogative to release a trailer. I don't know.
I think when it comes to Shang-Chi, I like what I saw. I think it's to be, martial arts MCU movies to be a sight to see, and see actually seeing the real Mandarin after Iron Man 3 when they fucked us over. I think it's to be cool to see, and lots of people on YouTube have been talking about it. Obviously, the grifters are, but at least that shows more support for the movie as long as they're talking about it. And even I don't know, but yes, I'm looking forward for that movie. I am.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't escape me that what Marvel's doing, Zack Snyder could have had the opportunity to do as well, if not full extent of his creative vision. With Cyborg being the first black superhero on screen for the DCEU, and Atom being the first Asian superhero to get a theatrical release as well. But we're getting those versions, let's say executed a lot more truer to the vision of the storyteller, with Black Panther and with Shang-Chi. So I mean, that is I do want to where credit's due. Like, Zach could have had the ability to do those things if he was, if he had like the studio backing, like Marvel gave their filmmakers. But anyway, that said, I'm excited for Shang-Chi for sure. I'm stoked that it takes place partially in San Francisco for sure. They're like going down California Street on an accordion bus, and I'm just like screaming in my brain like that is so dangerous. Like doing kung fu like on the accordion part of the two buses that connect them. Like
yeah,
that,
no.
Like my heart was like oh my god. But like so like for reasons like that, like and like the callbacks to old school kung fu movies, like the Bruce Lee, influences are definitely there. And I'm excited to see like how, like to Brian's point, like how this connects to like the mystical, high fantasy parts of Marvel, because those are the parts that like are going to keep me interested. And that's why I'm also really excited to see more revealed for Doctor Strange as well, especially since Sam Raimi is the new director for it. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I like as far as like my take on Shang-Chi. Yeah, it's like a kung fu movie in the style and I think that's why, to me, I think that's why like one of the other reasons why Marvel's pretty kick-ass right now. Like, I think the superhero genre in general is starting to get a little not necessarily tired, but it's getting fatigue. You know what I mean? I think the cool down of like a year of no Marvel movies after getting like 3 Marvel movies a year type deal, I think people are, will calm down to it. But one of the things that kind of injects life into like Marvel movies is that they sub-genre them. You know what I mean? Like you have a spy action thriller with, Falcon or Captain America, the Winter Soldier. You know what I mean? Where it's like a spy intrigue type story. And then that's why I'm kind of curious to see what Black Widow is all about. You know what I mean? So more of that kind of, and then you have your space sci-fi, kind of fun Guardians of the Galaxy type movie, your Thor Ragnaroks, you know what I mean, to where it's more outer worldly, you know what I mean. So you have like niches within the niche to where it's like, oh, okay, I get that. So there's a little bit of something for everybody, as far as that goes. So I mean, if DC takes that route, I hope they do something like that to where it's like, there's a little bit of something that everyone can kind of be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, that was like a big thing for me. Like the Marvel, oversaturation, like to your point, Brian, like the 3 films a year we were getting up until the pandemic. Like even I was like feeling like that exhaustion and like fatigue of that universe, to be totally honest. So I'm glad that they like, had to take like they had to pull back a bit and kind of like stifle it out with like series like, that are being released one at a time. But that said, that it was like kind of a perfect storm in a way, because as soon as like, the Marvel exhaustion hit and then the pandemic hit, then like this whole like, resurgence in DC interest kicked in, at least for me, where I started to, discover this community and engage with all of y'all, and like started to engage more in live chats and actually get to know y'all and stuff. And that kind of like reinvigorated my interest in the superhero genre in a way. But now I'm starting to feel that like a new type of fatigue where I'm now like re-interested in Marvel, and I'm like wishing like we would have more consistency. Like, so I'm kind of like going back and forth where I was fatigued with the consistency of Marvel. Then something new came up with DC. Now I'm fatigued with DC, and now I want the consistency of Marvel again.
Oh, that'd be kind of interesting to see if it connects with Iron Fist. Oh, I'm sure it will. Oh, dude, that'd be awesome.
Did Lewis just say as a white myself?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. Let's see here. I think the impact of the oh yeah, absolutely. There's way more to it, because I mean the 10 rings had a lot to do with the first Iron Man. So it's like they're the ones that kidnapped him in the first place.
I mean, looking back at Iron Man 3, like I didn't realize at the time how kind of screwed up, their depiction of Mandarin was, even though Mandarin ended up being like
We
a
got
fake
Rickrolled.
Mandarin to begin with. Yeah, we got Rickrolled. It was just a British guy in brown face. And I'm just like, ugh, rip.
Womp womp.
I mean, I don't think anybody lost interest. I mean, if you see that Marvel one shot when the Mandarin paid a real guy to go get what's his name, Trevor, the one that played the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, you saw that guy. He was just he was brutal. He was killing people. So that made people sense that if that's like an agent of the Mandarin. I wonder what's gonna happen. We actually see the whole organization and everything like that. So I think people are looking forward to seeing the real interpretation of the Mandarin, not just guy acting off and all that stuff.
Well, my thing is that I'm actually for the idea. Like, okay, this is gonna sound super woke, but please forgive me in advance. I actually like the idea of not calling the Mandarin and calling him by his actual name. So I don't know. Like, I kind of like that, like calling villains by their given name and not just their campy villainy name. I don't know. Like, apart from like just the PC argument of like calling someone of Asian descent Mandarin, but but yeah, like knowing their real name actually humanizes them, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Some of the best villains, in my opinion, are the ones that are their names, like Lex Luthor. You know what I mean? Like, that's his damn name. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you got different people who play the facade of Joker. You know what I mean? But like, some of the best villains, in my opinion, are their names.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly why I connected with what is the actor's name that was in Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix? You're talking about?
Yeah, I connected with his depiction of Joker because we never called him Joker throughout the movie. We called him Arthur. So that's like a really good point as well.
True. Yeah. Wow, I didn't really think about it that way, but that's very true. Like, it humanized him as opposed to just the over the top Joker character. Let's see here. Let me go. Marvel cast Eddie as Iron Fist.
I'm good.
No, we need to cast Eddie as Spider-Man from the Spider. What is it?
Miles Morales.
Yes, Miles Morales. We need to cast Eddie as Miles Morales. He's perfect.
There you go, man. It's all you. You can work with Tobey Maguire and make people's dreams come true.
All your favorites.
I think they're Friday nights, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to check those out too, like TGF TV show, TGIF TV shows, man. On the Poindexter Discord. Oh man, that sounds like a lot of fun. Let's see here.
I can't keep up with Discords. Like, I can barely keep up with all these Twitter threads people keep adding me to.
Yeah, see, there you go. Lewis agrees.
Eddie's so perfect. See, he's blushing.
I mean, I can't though, because then people will complain it's political and they're just forcing diversity in, even though that's established character.
What's his last
Miles
name?
Morales is literally Afro-Latino.
What is it? Tokenism. That's what they call it. People on YouTube. So it's like, I know. I'm just, you probably know the people I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
I'm so screaming right now. I'm like, he's literally the same.
Plus people. I know, but plus people won't complain. Cause I'm only Latino. I'm not, African American either. So people want it exactly how it is. Some people. So I'm sorry. I can't.
People are never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
But yeah. No, this is great. I'm like now like getting like energized to talk about stuff that I'm actually excited about. So yeah, there's like Shang-Chi for sure, and then Doctor Strange, which we unfortunately don't really have that much info on just yet. I guess Wanda is also going to be in the movie, or I don't know if that was just something that was made in a fan-made poster or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was confirmed or not, but either way, like I think that it would be really cool to see, the Scarlet Witch in action.
And
You know what I
in
mean?
what movie?
The Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah, they confirmed it during the Comic Con thing. They confirmed it when everybody was out. Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's right, huh? Because like, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it seems like everything's. It seems like every movie could connect to multiverse of madness. So what they said it for WandaVision, they're saying it for Loki, and obviously, the Spider-Man movie has some parts that are multiverse stuff, and Doctor Strange is going to be in it too. So it's like, damn, well, who's going to be the big bad of the multiverse of madness then? If they're just gonna connect everything up to that movie,
Doctor Doom, man.
I want to see him too.
They said some stuff about the next Ant-Man movie. That's what I was hearing. Like he could be trapped in the quantum realm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
like,
gonna have Kane the Conqueror in it.
oh, dude, a proper Galactus. Like,
Oh man, that sounds super sick. Like my
Yeah.
familiarity with that villain is through the Marvel vs. Capcom game for PS1. Like I think he was like the last or one of the boss characters. I could be wrong, but yeah.
heck yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool to see him instead of a smoke cloud and stuff like that, like they did in the old Fantastic Four movies. I get it though, because I think back then you used to kind of get scared of the silliness. I think that's why.
Well, yeah, I mean that and the whatchamacallit, the Silver Surfer movie didn't do it any justice either. But no, I mean, dude, if the Fantastic Four, if done right, like, dude, it's gonna be amazing. Mutants, I don't care whatever you want to call them.
Okay, I do have issue with that. No, I love the name X-Men so much. I don't. I will fight someone over that.
My argument is that there's such a thing as the X-Force in the comics, and I'm just like, that is a badass name as well. Figure out how to shoehorn that into the existing canon, because if you can't say X-Men or you don't want to, and you want to say mutants, but you want to have a name for the group of mutants, X-Force is probably the next best thing to call them.
That's right, especially if you can get like Deadpool down. And I would like to see Domino come back.
Oh yeah, for sure. Zazie Beetz is like,
dude, she was awesome in that movie. Like I
so
loved
good.
her in that movie. Well,
Bruce
she was
keeps
like
volunteering me for different characters to play as Spider-Woman, Wonder Woman, and I'm just like, I'm already shilling for Zatanna, dude. Like someone needs to, get my people to call someone else's people and
right.
make it happen.
hashtag Rhea for Zatanna.
Hashtag make it so.
Well, heck, man, we're coming on to the 2-hour mark. I think that's probably a good enough time to wrap her on up. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, for coming. This stream, I don't know. I was kind of pensive about talking about certain things because, like I said, I don't. It's not like I want to get kicked off of any streams in the future. You know what I mean? Not have the ability to talk with some friends, but as far as just doing the drama game anymore, I just don't want to be ammo for the corners and the planets out there that might seek to dig up stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't. We don't need that in our lives, man. We don't need that in our lives. Opinions change over time. So if, they go back and find videos of you saying something to the contrary, because I've said some stupid shit on a live stream. You know what I mean? At this time, I've been on it for a year, and the chances of me having a bad opinion is right up there. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, my good friend Jackie Moon says,
Everybody love everybody! Come on!
That was great. Yeah, no, that was awesome. Having a time to like chat with both of y'all and like the chat and stuff. It was cathartic, and you know, it was like a chance to talk about other stuff too. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Not just talking about the Snyderverse all the time. Look, I have to say it because you know I'm one of those people. You know, I definitely like talking about other subjects than just that.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's kind of why I did this, because it's like I'm ready to branch out. Like, I'm ready to start talking about other stuff out there. I mean, there's more to nerddom than just one particular, iteration of it, and it's like that for comic books too. So it's like there's different versions of Superman all over the place. I mean, so learn to live with it, and and if you let go now and it does come along, you get surprised. You know what I mean? Like, that's something to be happy for. So it's like, that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Like, I look at this whole thing like a Band-Aid. If you pull it off now, you get over the pain now, and you can move on to, when it does come, if it does come, then you know what? You can be happy for it. So, but in the meantime, quit the negative crap. It just comes across looking childish, and yeah, no, I don't support it. But anyways, thank you guys for all coming. Everyone in the chat, Cylon, Lewis, Neon Sci-Fi, Ed, Andrew Casali, thanks for coming in earlier. I know we've had our run-ins in the chat section and some videos recently, but if you could just calm down, man, and relax. Keep in mind, I love everybody. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. We're talking about good people here that we know, and they have good intentions. It's just at this point we all need to kind of collectively step back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, with that being said, everybody have a good night or day wherever you're at. Yeah. So I'll have Ensign Boimler take us out.
Those guys had a long road getting from there to here. Give me warp in the factor of 5, 6, 7, 8.